Algebra 1, Section 4.8, we're dealing with functions and relations. The good news about this section is that everything you see, that you're seeing here, it's not anything really new, it's just a new way of writing it. Basically, when we're talking about functions, okay, we have the term f of x. This is what it's called. It's called f of x. Okay? This means there's a function and the variable in that function is x. So this matches this. This doesn't actually mean anything. This does not mean f times x. So don't look at that and think you need to divide f by both sides. It's a very common mistake that happens because it looks like they're multiplying. No, it's just one term. Think of it as another way to write y. That's all it is. That's the new term. So if you see f of x, it's just another way to replace y. Okay? So basically everything else stays the same. For example, number 1 asks f of x equals 7 minus 3x. And we need to find when x equals 4. You do the same thing as if y is, it's y equals 7 minus 3x. Same thing, okay? What this means is, it's asking me to do this. Okay? This whole thing can be stated by just doing this. It means it's telling me in short term to replace all my x's with 4. This does not, again, this does not mean I divide anything by f. F is not being multiplied by 4. It's just telling you that in this function, okay, I used to have x. Now I want you to replace all the x's with whatever's on the inside, which is 4. But you've done it before. All you have to do is take all the x's and replace it by 4. So f of 4 would look like 7 minus 3 times whatever this is, which is 4, okay, equals 7 minus 12, right? And then 7 minus 12 is negative 5. My answer is negative 5, okay? I don't do anything with the left side. It's not telling me to do anything with f, it's just giving me information, okay? This whole thing is the same thing as if I were to put y. Same thing. Okay? It's just an easy way for write it. And I know I'm overemphasizing that, but it's a common mistake for people to forget, so just keep that in mind. Now, this, just like the last section, when they want you to graph, it's the same thing. Think of this exactly like y equals 5x minus 4. That look familiar? It's the same thing that you did in the last section. So, I'm going to start with my y-intercept. Okay? Negative 4 is my y-intercept. Again, this is my x, and this is my y. So I'm going to find negative 4 on y. 2, 3, 4, right? Because it's negative down here. And this is telling me this is a whole number. And remember, when we have a whole number, I'm going to put it over 1, right? This is telling me to go up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1. Okay? Up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1. It's kind of steep. Very sad looking line. I'm going to make it a chubby line. There it is. So, anyways, let me do that again. It goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. So, this is my y-intercept. And this is my slope. Same thing as last section, is just that f of x is there. It's going to come in handy later, so I know you're thinking, like, why don't they just put y? It's going to come in handy later, either in algebra, in continued algebra, or you'll see in algebra 2. So just keep that in mind. So whenever you see f of x, it's the same thing as saying y. So go ahead and try page 255, numbers 4, 10, and 12. 255, 4, 10, and 12, and I'll see you in class.